What's up, Copy Squad? Today we're going to get into part 3 of our Gary Halbert sales letter series. We've gone through the headline, the lead, we've gotten into some of the proof and how he's building his case. He still has a little bit more ways to go in the body copy of how to build this case for his solution. And towards the end of this video, about halfway through, he's going to start proposing the solution. And what's crazy is we still don't even know what he's selling at this point in the letter. We basically cut through like 3/4 of it and still have no clue what the actual pitch is. So it's kind of really cool that he's able to mask that for so long, yet keep your attention held. And that's why he is a famous copywriter. If you enjoy this, remember to hit like and subscribe and all that stuff. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Okay, let's read. Let's move along here. Plus, it has all kinds of other bad, horribly bad effects on your health. But wait, don't go getting angry at your municipal water company. They are very likely doing the best job they can considering the huge problems they are trying to solve. Yes, it's true, chlorine is bad for you, but the bad guys that would otherwise still be alive in our water supply if it wasn't chlorinated is truly the stuff of which nightmares are made. When you start talking about E. coli, amoebic cysts, cryptosporidium, Giardia, and so on, you're talking about biological villains that cause health problems you don't even want to know about. Okay, so he's just building this case that there's bad stuff in the water. Again, chlorine is like chemotherapy. It's the lesser of two evils. In truth, any way you look at it, it's still a terrible situation. So, what's the answer? Well, millions of Americans now have water filtration devices in their homes, and that does solve part of the problem. However, when Carl Palmer was doing his research, he discovered 50% to 60% of all the water we drink in our lifetime is water we drink away from home. So he's convincing you here that even with water filtration devices, you're not safe. It's no wonder the bottled water industry is such a big business. How big is it? I'm glad you asked. Just in the United States alone, the annual sales volume of bottled water is more than $4.2 billion. But there's a couple of problems with bottled water. Okay, so we got some problems with bottled water now. Okay, so he uses the 4.2 billion to show us that it's a huge amount of demand, and now he's about to tell us about all the problems with bottled water. First, there are about 350 different brands, and not all of them are selling good water. Some of it is as bad as plain old ordinary tap water. Or worse! Some of it is worse. In fact, some of it is ordinary tap water. What a racket. Fill a plastic bottle with water from a faucet, and then sell it at a 2,000% markup. Secondly, whether it's good or bad, all bottled water is expensive. For example, in Miami Beach, at a local convenience store, an 11-ounce bottle of Perrier sells for $1.40. If you bother to do the math, you'll discover this works out to $16.29 per gallon. Actually, because Miami Beach is a resort area and Perrier is one of the more costlier brands of bottled water, this per gallon price is higher than average. Okay, so he wants to prove that it's very expensive to buy bottled water, and I'm pretty sure he's picked a sparkling water brand, maybe because he wants to pick the most expensive example that he can find to support his case, but I'm pretty sure this is sparkling water. I don't know, I guess maybe that makes a difference. It should be a little more expensive. It seems like there would be more goes into making sparkling water than regular water, but it's kind of a stretch, but you can see like he's making the case anyway, right? So it can be done. However, even in non-resort areas, the usual average price for bottled water is still very high, like maybe $7 or $8 per gallon. What's up, Copy Squad? Hope you're enjoying the video so far. So what Gary just did is he's taking this idea that bottled water is super expensive. Now when you look at it for a case of bottled water, which you can get at like Walmart for like $3, or if you try to look at it as a per bottle basis, it's like at a gas station like $1 or something. It's not a very convincing case. So what he does is he reframes this into a much bigger problem by taking the per ounce value, extrapolating it and making it into like the size and cost per gallon. So like if I was going to pay for a bottle of water for $2,
That makes the price per gallon like $7, right? So we can make the case that bottled water is prohibitively expensive and it's outrageous. And he does that by reframing, right? Just a reminder, if you want this PDF, you can get all of my swipe file and my PDF files like this by going to the link below, kylethewriter.com/swipe. And if you're enjoying the video and you're learning something, go ahead and just smash that like for your boy. I would appreciate it. And definitely subscribe. And if you've already done both those things, share it with another copywriter, right? Rising tide lifts all boats. Let's all get better together. All right, I'll let you get back to the video now. Thanks.
Plus, almost every American who buys bottled water buys lots of it. Buys a lot of it. I mean, really a lot. Let's face it. You need water every day, and if you exercise, you need even more than other people. That's why many health-conscious Americans spend more than $1,600 per year just on bottled water. Again, he's proving the demand is real, right? Like, this is something people are spending money on. It's a viable business. We still don't even really know what he's trying to sell us. At this point in the letter, right, we've come from the top, whole page, like we're well over 50% of the way through, and we don't even really know what he's trying to sell us. All we really know is that bottled water is expensive, tap water is poison, chlorine gives you cancer. He's really telling us the problem, right? So at this point, we can anticipate that the solution is just around the corner, and I can anticipate it has something to do with his own way of getting you cheaper, cleaner water. But now, let's talk about something truly exciting. Imagine you go to a store and you buy yourself a bottle of Avian. This sales letter is making me feel like I can't read. Avian, Perrier, Arrowhead, or any other brand of bottled water. Then, you drink the water from the bottle, but instead of throwing the bottle away and going to the store to get another one, you fill up that empty bottle with water from your faucet, or from a lake, or from a river, or even from a public swimming pool. Next, you put the cap back on the bottle, and because that cap has an incredibly effective filter on the bottom of it, the water that now comes out of the bottle will be equal to or better in taste and purity than the water you originally purchased. Only you didn't have to buy it again, which means instead of paying $7 or $8 per gallon for bottled water that is not even guaranteed to be pure, you end up getting water that is guaranteed pure for mere pennies per gallon. Okay, so here is our solution, right? This is our alternative, or we're bringing up the solution here. And the solution will be water comes out is more pure and it's cheaper. It's guaranteed pure for cheaper. Plus, you don't have to run back to the store whenever you need more water. Plus, you can take your bottle with its new space age magic filter bottle cap anywhere you go, even Mexico. And you will always have an endless supply of the purest water you can drink. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Well, because of what Carl Palmer has developed for Seychelles Technologies, it is now a dream come true. So what we have is a magic bullet. We have this magic filter bottle cap. And this really is a classic magic bullet solution. Like, we have this thing, it makes it all possible. It's a magic filter bottle cap. And it even says up here, because that cap has an incredibly effective filter on the bottom of it. So we have our magic bullet filter is actually called a magic filter bottle cap. So pretty blatant. Picking up, you see Carl is the inventor of the reverse osmosis water filtration system, which is what he sold to Coca-Cola, AMF, and Shakely. But that's what Carl invented 27 years ago. It's still a very effective water filtration system, and it's still in widespread use. However, the water filtration system Carl has now invented exclusively for Seychelles Technologies, Seychelles?
Seychelles.
Am I saying this wrong? Seychelles Technologies is leap years ahead of any other system on the market, including the one he personally invented 27 years ago. So he has to make this claim to let you know that what he's offering you is not the same thing that's been out there forever. This is actually something new, unique, and better.